Okay, so we're going to first talk with you guys about the setup and grip as pertaining to the full swing and making a turn. These are three major components. The three major components, I think, to hitting a quality golf shot is having a good setup, then having a good grip, and then, of course, the third step would be making a good move at it or having a good turn. So when you're trying to hit a shot, the biggest thing that has to happen is that you've got to be able to hold your spine angle as you're making your backswing and you're coming down and returning it and striking the ball. If you come up, you could top it, it could go right, you know, there's so many different things that could happen when that spine angle changes. If you have a bad grip, another example, it changes everything that happens on the back. So let's say my grip's a little weak with my right hand and I make a good turn, you can see how far the club's outside. And the third big one is ball position. The clubs are longer with a 3-wood or a driver than, say, this 8-iron I have or a wedge. So it needs a little bit more time to bottom out, or the shot's going to be either too low or you're going to hit it behind it and it's going to be really fat. So the first thing we're going to go over is setting up in ball position. So I'll start with an 8-iron. So the first thing I want to do while I'm behind the ball, getting ready to hit, I'm in my little get ready zone here, is I want to get my grip on there. So we're going to work a lot on this as the 4 weeks go by, making sure that you guys have the correct grip and then going forward, because that's going to lead to everything else. So as you put your grip on, for everyone but Jamie over there, Jamie will be with the opposite hands, and I'll work with him a little bit more individually. You want your glove hand or your left hand for the 3 right-handed players, and you want to kind of just get it in the fingers and just outside. And if you've got that Golf Pride grip, I like it just outside that little line right there, where you can establish your thumb. So you've got your first, you know, your hand on there first, and then as you bring your other hand in, you've got this is why I always teach juniors, and it's easy for adults to understand, is you got your hot dog in the bun. That sends the pincher line now straight up and leaves everything in the right position, and you're ready to go. So I've got an 8-iron here for this first shot. So once you've got that grip on there, you come into the ball with your feet together, establish a tilt, and then it's a regular step with the left and a regular step with the right, which kind of is going to establish, as I'm here in front, a left-right, where it's going to have my hands just in front of my zipper and the ball position almost just off of center. So once I've gotten all that established, you want to start making a turn. You want to use your big muscles, not your hands or getting things out of control or too fast or anything. You want to just let your shoulders turn. So the first drill we work on is having our shoulders turn while looking right at a target or something in front of us, turn back through, and then through to the finish. After we've done that a few times, we start to get it in our position, you know, where we get to tilt, and then it's start with the shoulders and then come through with the shoulders. So that's how we're going to progress as these clinics go along, to get everybody a more consistent base and get their shoulders turning. So now I'm ready to go. I've got my swing thought in hand that I'm just going to turn. So I start out, I've got my grip on there, I'm coming in, feet together, left, right, ready to go, and I'm just going to make a nice turn with my shoulders. As I go to my next shot, we'll switch to the driver, and this is a big key. The only difference I'm going to make here is I'm not going to swing any harder. I'm not going to go crazy here because it's a driver and it's a longer club. I'm going to do everything the same at this point, establish my grip. The only difference is my feet are together. I'm going to take a little step with my left and a big step with my right. That's going to establish the ball in the front of my stance, so the club can bottom out correctly when I turn at it. So that's the first step we're going to work on today, getting our grip on there well, and getting the proper ball position and set up and establishing a tilt. So you guys break up into your small groups and we'll start to work on that.